Alright, second recording because my webcam cut off, so we gotta do this all over again. So I'm gonna kinda get through these titles. I'm not limiting myself to any parts because I have a fairly large collection of these DS games and of video games in general, so let's get started. First title I have here is Super Mario Bros. 3D. Super Mario Land 3D Land, I'm sorry. Super Mario Brothers 3D. It's actually Super Mario Bros. 2, which I also have here. This is, in my opinion, sort of like a Super Mario 64 2. I like this just as much as Super Mario 64. I don't know why, but I do. It's a really, really good game. It's a sound game, but at the same time, it's great. It has this Niggy suit along with two new add-ons, which are the Feller Box and the Boomerang suit, which give it some pretty nice things, as you'll see here. There's your three. So it's pretty badass. And you got this. So yeah, I like the game a lot actually. It's pretty badass. Anyways, next game we have here is my favorite game of all time. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But not only the Ocarina of Time, the Ocarina of Time 3D. Now, the one that's my actual favorite game of all time is the Master Quest. I love the Master Quest. Difficult, but fun. Challenge. You beat the game and then you beat the Master Quest. That is amazing. You go through all the dungeons again, go through the game again. Baller. Love it. Love it. Love it. Have yet to 100% the 3D version, but I have 100% the 64 version. Just the 3D version. It has, different visuals and controls, so sometimes I get a little bit lost in the game. But I'll figure it out fully eventually, and then I'll become pro at this one 100%, this one too. 3D mode for ages 7 plus. Figured that. I don't know why I just read that out loud, but I did. Great game. 10 out of 10. Love it, love it, love it. Got a second copy of this. Just lose the first one. Lego Star Wars 3D by LucasArts. What can I say about it? Lego Star Wars, it's awesome. I can't believe I just did that. That was a big game. Sorry, I had to fix my line there. That was a big game, but it's a great game. I love all these games I have here, except for probably a couple. Probably a couple, yeah. But Lego Star Wars, baller. Splinter Cell 3D is a stealth action shooter for the 3DS. My very first 3DS game ever. I love this game. It is amazing. It's a great game, but at the same time, it could use some work. It really could, but it's still an amazing game. I love this game. I hope that there are more Splinter Cells for the 3DS to come in the future. If there are, I'm going to buy them all, play them all. Now, they could have done a lot better with the stealth action shooter, but for what it is, the very first Splinter Cell, 3DS, one of the very first titles for the 3DS, I believe, because I picked my 3DS up afterwards because I didn't have the money to buy it as midnight release, but, still, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty baller. It's a banging game. I really like it. It's all around just pretty fucking awesome. So yeah, excuse my language. Kid Icarus is sort of like a shmup, but at the same time, it has the control switching and everything, and it's a lot different. It's a shmup. It feels like almost a third-person shoot 'em up game in 3D, but it also has like on foot stuff. And it's great. The bosses are amazing. I beat this game on day one when I got it. Beat the entire game in the car. Back when I lived in New Mexico, it was great. I love this game. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So next game, oh by the way, 10 out of 10 all the way. Okay, home stretch for 3DS. Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. 2. Same thing as Super Mario Bros. 1. New Super Mario Brothers 1. But it has Coin Rush, and yeah. it's pretty cool. It's pretty banging. I really like it, honestly. But you know, I'll open it up and get the action guide. And as you can see here, small booklets, kind of like a pin-up. Personally, I think I'd probably pin it up. You know, it'd be pretty awesome. Frame it, something like that. I'd really like that. I see a purple 3DS on here. That's banging. But yeah, not a day went by. I don't know why. I just think I didn't have the money at the time. But I did some work for my parents, and eventually, when I picked it up used, with my Power Up rewards card for $31. Great deal. Love the game. If you have the chance to pick this game up, pick it up. I could not recommend it more. 10 out of 10. One of my favorite titles. Now here's Mario Kart 7, a kart racer for the 3DS. Now Mario Kart is a staple in kart racing all the way. You know, it's the icon of kart racing games. It's amazing. At the same time, it's frustrating. um, Now this game is a little bit different. You also have the ability to have a hang glider, a submarine. There's some new items. Not really a submarine, but you know, like you can travel underwater. You know, it's a really cool game. I really like it for what it is for right now. Mario Kart 7 is pretty awesome. I totally recommend it. And that ends off my 3DS collection, guys. In the next video, I'm hopefully going to get started on my Nintendo DS collection. I have a lot of titles on this. See you guys later. Peace. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's get started on this DS collection. Let's get cracking. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Just a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1. Good graphics, 10 out of 10. I love that game. Scribblenauts is basically just a fun game where you play as plays as little boy Maxwell, and Maxwell has to get the star rights. But to get the star rights, he has to you know, kind of draw items and in different scenarios, and he has to like write down stuff inside his book, and once he writes those things down inside his book will make them appear in real life, and it will be baller. That's all I have to say. Next, Bleach Dark Souls for Nintendo DS. Fighting game. It's actually pretty awesome. I really like it. That's just because of like Bleach, and it's based on a TV series, and I really like the anime. It's also made by Sega, so you know, I guess for a fighting game, Sega does a really good job with this one. I'm impressed. Sushi Academy. What can I say? I bought it. I like sushi. I like cooking. I wanted to make sushi at the time, so I think, oh hey, I'm gonna buy this game. Is the game even in the box? The game's not even in the box. You know what I'm thinking. But you know, all the way, great game. Pretty awesome. Zelda Phantom Hourglass. This is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. When I originally got this game, I wasn't expecting what it was. I was expecting something different. But it turned out that this game was amazing. I didn't think it was going to be what it was, but when I found out what it was, I was a little bit skeptical, you know, moving with your styles, things like that. But it was awesome. I loved it. It was amazing. Couldn't ask for anything better in a Zelda game. You know, it's great. For the DS, it was really iconic. They really did a good job with it. You know, and the next game in the series, Spirit Tracks, I also owned that one time, but I traded that game in. Wasn't a big fan, but it's also a pretty good game. I just really couldn't get into the game. Really challenging game. I just couldn't get into it, not because of the challenge, but just because of the I guess just because of the gameplay, you know. Next game, you know, you guys know Xenosonic shirt? Yeah, baller, rocking the Sonic Hedgehog shirt. Next we have Pokemon Diamond version. It's Pokemon. It's an RPG with animated creatures, and yeah, it's a really good Pokemon game. I believe this was 4th gen. Let's see. Yes, 4th gen Pokemon. Great game. Loved it. that's definitely 10 out of 10. All the way, love that game. I love a lot of games for the DS. I don't really hate on games at all. I mean, I can't really think of a game that I hate personally. Anyways, Mystery Dungeon! Explorers of Time and the box is not shut. Why is the box not shut? Explorers of Time. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Explorers of Time is a dungeon crawler based in Pokemon where you are the Pokemon, not the trainer, and you go through and you use your moves to fight through the dungeon. It's a action RPG sort of Pokemon game. It's really cool. I recommend picking it up because it's probably insanely low price at the moment. Couldn't recommend it more. Great dungeon crawler for a great Pokemon game. It says right here, 490 plus Pokemon appear. That doesn't happen in very many Pokemon games now, does it? Anyways, moving on to the next games. I gotta end this off. Peace!